Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved here on the island, where today you catch me in the middle of running a load of loot drops. As you probably saw from my inventory in the opening clip, I have been rather busy. I spent quite a long time indeed just flying around the northern parts of the map here. Rather slowly thanks to my Untitled, but that's purely to deal with the weight of all of the drops that I knew I would have. And as you saw in that ringed red drop, we got something... Oh, I'm out of stamina. Well, while we're flying down to the ground here, we got something rather special, being this. The Tropeognathus saddle. Now, it is curious that the Tropeognathus saddle is in the loot table for the island's airdrops, because it is not actually a dinosaur that spawns on this map. It only spawns... Can you land, please? Actually, I'm not entirely sure I want you to land with all those nasty things down there. This could be a problem. I don't know what to do. Okay. Get off, shotgun, follow. Please survive. Okay, good, good. Oof. I'm glad that plan works. As I was saying, yeah, the Tropeognathus does not actually spawn on this map, so I think it is about time that we went on another expedition. The last expedition that we went on was to Valguero, and the purpose of that was taming the rather awesome Deinonychus. This time, I think we're going to go on an expedition to the Crystal Isles, because Tropeognathus does not spawn, a bit of a madhouse here, on any of the story maps. Well, that was worth it, wasn't it? So, Tropeognathus is a dinosaur that I would like to tame at some point, but given that we wouldn't be visiting Crystal Isles otherwise, I believe that now is the perfect time to get going there. So, I'm going to get back to base, get everything sorted, and then we're going on an expedition. Right, home sweet home. Now, we cannot exactly go on an expedition completely unprepared, so I have a few things that I would like to bring with me, and I've actually had these prepared for are you still following me? For a little while now, because I was planning this soon anyway. We will need the ballista turret, and along with it, some chain bowlers, because that is how we take down the Tropeognathus in order to tame it. You shoot it down with the chain bowler, and then you feed it some kibble, or whatever food that you have on hand. But we're going to be using kibble because, of course, we now have our kibble factory up and running at an excellent speed. So I'm going to go ahead and get its exceptional kibble that we need. Go ahead and make a load of exceptional kibble, and at that point we will be pretty much ready to get going to the Crystal Isles. Just for fun, though, let's go ahead and see how many materials we get from this, because an Ascendant Lance, that is your ticket to Obsidian Town. Yeah, so a lance is basically no use in single player, so go ahead and grind it up, and that will save you several obsidian, pelt, and metal trips. Yes, it would also be remiss of me to not mention how to trap this beast. So, to best trap a Tropeognathus, what you will need is preferably a net gun, though it is not absolutely essential. You can use a chain bowler to start off with, but I'm going to be using a net gun at first. At least 3 stone gateways, and the corresponding number of gates, and a few ceilings. I've made 6, probably won't need all 6, but I'm just being safe here. What the plan is to trap it with the net gun, then build the trap around it, and then I can use the chain bowler when I'm ready to feed it. While we're cooking up here, and this is going to take a while, do please remember that if you find yourself enjoying this episode, liking the video and subscribing to the channel are always massively appreciated. They really help me out, and they let me know that this is the kind of content that you wish to continue seeing. I'm going to keep cooking. Right, before we leave, let's just do one final inventory check. If you're doing the same as I am, do make sure you have at least all of what I have in my inventory for the trap, Plus, I would recommend both a Pteranodon and Argentavis, as Crystal Isles is quite a large map. You won't be wanting to fly everywhere on your Argentavis. So what I'm going to do when I get there is drop off my Argentavis at some spawn location that I choose, give it all the heavy stuff, and then hop on the Pteranodon and look around for Tropeognathus. Once I find one, I'll then hop back on the Argentavis and transport all the heavy materials back over to it. So, welcome to Crystal Isles. We're going to go ahead and spawn in the central area because, like I say, this is rather a large map, and this will be the quickest... Oh. This will be the quickest place that we can get back to once we find our prize. Oh, for goodness sake, seriously? Of course, first thing I have to do when I get here is make a damn foundation. Right, well I suppose that's my bad. So, other things to note while we are here. Yes, I know crystal wyverns spawn here. No, we're not taming one for exactly the same reasons that I discussed in the Valguero video. I do not think that wyverns are a good fit, and thus I will not be taming them during this series. Wyverns are going to be waiting until we do Scorched Earth. So, let's get you chucked down. Let's get a bed chucked down as well. What I'm going to do is get my Argentavis, throw you down, obviously leave you on neutral, but you should be de-rendered for most of this, so you won't be in danger. And we're going to give you everything heavy, and we can drop the rest of this. And we can get our Pteranodon out. Now, this is probably going to take a while. Tropeos, even though this is the only map they spawn on, aren't exactly common. I should probably make note of my coordinates. There we go. Tropeos aren't exactly common, even though this is the only map they spawn on, so I'm probably going to be looking for a while. The spyglass is going to be my best friend here. So, I suppose I will meet you back when we actually start finding them. Oh, I believe I just saw our first Tropeognathus spawn in. Do note that it has been a fair while. The Pteranodon actually gained a level up just through passive XP. Right. Let's have... Of course. What a brilliant start. Normally I'd kill low-level things like that, but... yeah, bugger it, I'm gonna... Because you don't really want to get on the wrong side of one of these. Really? None of those hit? You know what, I'm going to take that as a sign not to mess with it. Maybe I'll kill it later if I can't find anything else. Oh. I believe I just spotted another one. Easy way to spot Tropeognathus when they first spawn in is they are kind of in their landed position in the air, and you can see them fall to the ground. Problem is, I've now lost it. I'm probably being completely blind, and you lot can see it. Where did it go? Did it take off? I'm feeling very stupid right now. Come on. I know for a fact I saw one. Aha, it's over here. Right, what level, sir, are you? Not you. Stop hiding! Oh, it must... Oh, there it is. I was going to say it must have taken off. Ah, perfect. Well, not quite perfect, but pretty close to perfect. A 145, that will do for us. And conveniently, it is already in a nice flat area. So, I'm going to go ahead and note down these coordinates. Then I'm going to go ahead and fly back to the Argentavis, grab all the stuff that we need to tame it, and I'll bring you back when we have done so. Okay, we are back with our target down here, and... oh, pardon me. Also, do forgive the low light levels. The environment might help a bit, but my gamma is already up, so there's not much else I can do. So, there is a specific process for taming these things quite easily. First, ensure it is landed in a nice flat area, and net it. Second, get your stone gates, or whatever gates you have prepared, and you're going to make a kind of triangle, but leaving decently large gaps at the corners. As such. Pop your dinosaur gates in. And finally, I'm going to put this away so I don't actually fire a net. Finally, we need our ceilings. These don't need to be placed perfectly. Just enough to stop the thing from escaping through the roof. That will do nicely. And now, that's a touch wide actually, but I don't think it will be able to get through that. Gonna be a little bit careful just in case. Nope, it can't escape. Right. Let's try that again. So, unfortunately, I did not press the recording button properly when I thought I did. But long story short, we nearly died, but we didn't. And we got it trapped. I just made sure that the gaps between the gates were a bit smaller this time. Do be aware that if you do aggro these things, they can and they will grab you in midair, even off of your mount, as it did to me, and then drop you from a high height. Fortunately, my 400 health was enough to keep me alive with about 60 hit points to spare. So, I'm going to go ahead and wait for the sun to rise so that you can see more easily, and for my health to recover, and then we'll get taming this thing. Okay, I do believe that it is now going to be bright enough for you to see more easily, so let's get going with this. So firstly, we need to determine which of these gaps is bigger. I've unfortunately made both of them a hair small, but I think we should be okay. Take your ballista turret, your chain bowlers, put them in the inventory. Make sure you get your taming food in the final slot of your hotbar. And we are going to want to bowler this thing in order to tame it. But not yet. Because these things normally take an absolute age to tame. The time between feedings is one of the longest of any passive tame that I'm aware of. However, there is a workaround, and this is the reason that I brought the spyglass with me. It's going to have to be extra careful, because we need to keep an eye on its health. You see its food bar there? The food bar will drop rapidly when its health is damaged. So, using... oh, it's trying to bite me. Using the shotgun, I'm going to deliberately miss with quite a few of the pellets. That should do for now. We can see some blood on it, but not too much. You can see, yes, its health is rather low now. Now all you have to do is wait. And this is why I recommend bringing the magnifying glass, because you can keep an eye on the Tropeo's health stat and its food stat. And as you can see, its food stat is now dropping extremely rapidly. Once that food stat is pretty much empty, what I'm going to do is hit it with the chain bowler and then do all of the feeds in a single go. This saves a massive amount of time, but it is not always the easiest thing to pull off. But if you can, this is by far the quickest way to tame a Tropeo. Otherwise, with a high level one, you could be there for around 3 hours or more. So, how is he doing? I'm going to let that food go down a bit more. I'll bring you back when it's nearly empty. So food stat is now getting extremely low. What I'm going to do is wait for him to de-aggro, at which point he's going to try and fly into sort of the opposite corner of the trap to me. Then the next time he re-aggros, I'm going to hit him with the chain bowler. Actually... Oh, no, there we go. So he's just de-aggroed. His health is going to continue to drop. So currently he's trying to pathfind to get away to me. Once he gives up and just tries to go for me again, I will hit him. So, let's just wait for that to happen. So it has re-aggroed. Make sure you are centered. And put your ammo type, there we go. And he is down. And now, just make sure you get behind him so that he can't pick you up. We'll lose a little bit of taming effectiveness between each feed, but trust me, it is easily worth it. It will probably, at maximum, cost you a single piece of kibble, but it didn't cost me any there. I was expecting to use 7 anyway. And we have, pretty much instantly, a Tropeo. Let's see what this guy's stats look like. Wow. That is a strong weight stat. Okay, so firstly you'll notice Halloween colours, because happy Halloween. And second, no points into movement speed. I've disabled the, the enable flyer speed leveling, just to test, because we saw with the RGs they caused some levels to go into that. So far, seems to be working. I guess we'll keep checking. The important stats on a Tropeo are primarily stamina, just because when you're flying around with them in their super fast mode, it does burn their stamina quite quickly. So I'm going to keep looking, see if I can find any more. Although having said that, it did take ages to find this one. So let's go ahead and pick up all the pieces of our trap. Make sure to grab the gates before you grab the gateways, otherwise I do believe they will break. And let's go ahead and look for some more. I'll search the immediate surrounding area. If there's nothing here, I'll fly back back to the Pteranodon. You can see how much area I've been searching, by the way. These are the main spawn areas for the Tropeo, sort of bottom left and kind of 2 squares in the bottom right. You can find the oh wow, quets, the spawn distribution map on the wiki. So yeah, I'll have a quick scout around. If there's nothing, I'll go back to the Pteranodon and keep looking on that. Oh, not even 10 seconds since the cut. I just spotted one. There it goes, falling into the trees there. It is a useful way of spotting them. It's nice that they don't hide under the tree cover. Now, where did it land? There it is. What level are you? You are... Wow. A 140. Okay, that's pretty much perfect. No 150s, unfortunately, because I think this will probably be the last one that I tame. But... nothing to be sniffed at. Same process as before. Net it. First gate. Oh, stay away from that mouth. I believe they can sometimes still pick you up when it's netted, unusually. Second gate and third gate. Oh, I heard a dillo. Don't you dare. In the actual gates themselves. Go away. I'm going to shotgun you in the face. Even if you do have nice event colours. I swear, if you cost me this Tropeo, I'm going to be so angry. Oh, piss off. Okay, I think it's trapped. Get lost. Okay, so... it'll be the same process as last time. Make sure to hurt it. Oh, whoa, that was a bit much. Don't hurt it that much. How much did I damage? Oh, good lord. I am very, very lucky that he didn't die. Well, at least his food is going to drain quick now. Same process. Wait for food to drain. Hit him with, did I leave the ballista bolt behind? I did. Right, I'm going to go get that then. I hope he doesn't escape when I go get the ballista bolt. That's a bit of a concern, actually. Well, nothing to be done about it now. Not like I can make a new one. Sorry there, little guy. Let me just help you there. Off you go. Oh, you're gonna land anyway. Okay, fine. Now we just have to pray that it hasn't escaped from our trap. Believe it was this way. Oh, yeah, I can see the trap. And yes, it looks like it is still stuck, mercifully. Right, where is... Okay, ballista. How are you doing? Okay, food is dropping nicely. Load our ballistas in. Okay, I'm going to let that food drop a little more just because I'm paranoid. I'll bring you back when I start the taming process again. Okay, that food stat is low enough for my liking. Make sure our kibble is on the hotbar there, and crap. You know, it does do a bit of damage, so if it is super low on health, just be careful. And again, spam kibble feed. You'll lose a little bit, but again, I don't think it will be enough to be of concern. Perfect. Right. Let's see what your stats look like. Both males, unfortunately. Yeah, 45 points in oxygen. That's bloody useful, isn't it? Slightly better stam. Also no points into movement speed, so backing up my theory even more. Okay, not bad. Unfortunately, they're both male, so I believe we're going to have to try and find a female, which means my job is not done. Well, at least let's get the trap picked up. I suppose I will bring you back if and when I find a female. So it's been a while. It's actually the next day, purely because I was searching for so long. And we've been opening some of our... sorry, not some of our... Some of the special Halloween airdrops. And most of them contain food, but I've just gotten our first piece of candy corn. So for those who don't know, what this does is it temporarily... I think it's temporarily at least, changes the colour of your dinosaurs and gives a movement speed buff. So this one gives a load of brown, slate and cantaloupe colouring and gives a 10% movement speed increase. We also got some sweet veggie cakes, which is nice because these are generally a pain to make. Anyway, time to keep looking. Not actually too long since our last cut, and we've just run across one. Let's take a look here. Remember, we're looking for a female. Wow. That is literally the exact opposite of what I want. It is a male, and it is the lowest possible level. Right, this one I am going to kill. Just because it will not be difficult to kill, and I do not want you taking up the precious spawn caps. Bye-bye. Oh, we just had one appear on the right there. It's just come into render distance. You can see it falling. Let's take a look. There he is. I get really frustrating. That's, what, 4 males in a row? Something like that? I can't quite remember from yesterday, but still, that's so many males. Oh, level 35 as well. Ugh. Starting to lose hope. I may give up soon, because the primary thing that we need from these is the speed. So if I can't find a high-level female soon, I think I'm going to give up. But, yeah, I would like to be able to breed them if possible. Not even a few 100 feet from the other one. Yes! Oh my god, this... I don't know how... It must have flown in from the side, because I didn't see it spawn in this one. But, we finally have a high-level female. Unfortunately, she is, not exactly in the best place for taming. Oh. Get this reloaded. Maybe I can aggro her up here. Or she probably won't... Oh dear. Go away. Seems she wants to go down to the bottom of the cliff, okay. Damn it, was hoping to avoid that raptor falling. Are you gonna land on the cliff again? Please don't. Okay, I'm going to aggro her to get her up here, then I'm going to net gun her. So I gotta be careful not to kill her. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I've just realised all of my supplies are back at the Argentavis. Oh, that's what I get for rushing into this. Right, okay. She'll be netted for a little while. Let's make sure we got our coordinates. Okay, that's where she is. Right, I have to get out of here before this thing escapes. Argentavis is this way, I think. Well, that was a bit of a piss-up, wasn't it? Right. Let's hope we get away before she escapes from that net. Luckily, we still have one more net projectile left. Yeah, it's just started raining, and yeah, there it is. I was going to say, I believe this is the location where we last saw it. So we just need to get it netted, and pretty important we don't miss this, because this is my final net projectile. I don't know if their countdown sort of resets while they aren't rendered. I hope it does. Yeah, it's showing green, so it must do. She doesn't look hurt. And oh, that was quite a few projectiles. But it's okay. Okay. And don't leave gaps too big. Oh god, I don't have the ceilings on me. Come here, come here, come here. Ah. Panicking. I'm tired, okay, guys? Shut up. Leave me alone. Right, there's one. There's another. Okay, that is definitely enough to block her in. Okay. Right, let's get that ready. And we need these as well. What's the biggest gap? That's quite small. Actually, I've done that pretty evenly. That's probably the biggest gap there. Alright, let's get that placed down. And you've seen this process before, so I don't really think it is worth boring you with it again. There we go. Female is tamed up. Right. And that is all she wrote. I am not sticking around this hellhole any longer than I have to. I don't really care if she has good stats or not. She doesn't really. Because I have what I came for. Just like with the Deinonychus, we may come back to Crystal Isles at some point to tame more of them. But I don't really think that we're going to need to. It's not a dinosaur that we're going to be taking into combat or anything like that. It's just something that we can use to get around extremely quickly. So, I'm going to head home to the island, and I'll meet you back when we're at base. And I still haven't learned that I need to make a bed at my house. No matter. We have our tames all in soul balls, so we can fly back nice and easily, especially when it decides to be a jerk and chuck us down here. Wait, we do have all of them, right? Ah, yes, we do. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're to the south, yeah. And, there's base right there. Go ahead and get home. And then I can demonstrate why the Tropeognathus is such an amazing mount. I think I'll include the footage of me finding the 145, but I don't think we need to drag this out with 3 tamings. So yeah, I got that 145 tamed up, and it became a 216 with the best stat is melee, but you don't even really use melee damage on Tropeognathus. You rarely attack with them anyway. So yes, we shall demonstrate what is so awesome about them. Firstly, even if you don't have a saddle, you can ride them. They do not need a saddle to be ridden. Functioning like this, they pretty much fly exactly the same as a tape jar does. It can fly backwards, sideways, etc., etc. But if you do have the saddle, this is where the fun begins, because there it is. We pop the saddle on. We grab some gasoline. We pop it in the inventory, and you'll notice on the back of the Tropeognathus there, we have a jet. And this is why Tropeognathus is by far one of my favourite mounts, because it doesn't get any better than this. It's just so cool. It's one of the fastest flyers in the game. I believe rock drakes glide faster than them, but of course that's less reliable. And this you can just keep boosting. So, I think that's probably just going to about do it for this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please consider leaving a like on the video or subscribing to the channel, as it really helps me out and it lets me know that this is the kind of content that you enjoy seeing. I'm going to get these Tropeognathus bred up and all their stats onto 1 between episodes, and by next episode we should have our sort of utility flyer, as this will make it much easier for us to fly around the map and get off to distant destinations. But other than that, thank you very much, and goodbye. I love these things.